Hello, I would like to talk to you today about Chiappa 1911-22. This is their 22 caliber, 1911. Before I start, always make sure you treat your firearms as if it's loaded. Check your magazines. Keep your finger off the trigger until you're ready to fire. Just, you cycle it back and forth a little. Make sure there's nothing in there. Double check in there. There's nothing stuck in there. Make sure when you're loading, always load down range. Make sure if there's any malfunction, it doesn't. You keep everybody safe. Always be aware of your target and what's behind your target. So 1911-22 Chiappa. These are very fun firearms. This is my weekend day pistol. I've fired 1,000 rounds out of it already. I'm joined with the gun club. I really enjoy going up there on the weekends and shooting, the handgun. We have an outdoor range, so it's pretty nice to be out in the sun and shooting your firearm. So it's kind of what I do to relax. So there's a lot of things with this. I really enjoy this thing. This thing's really nice. The grips feel very good. The sights are nice. They're a pretty standard sight, but they're really nice. I really like that. This thing has two safeties. There is no half-cock safety. It only has this. This does prevent it from sliding back. There is a preventative safety kind of thing. You see how the trigger pulls. Well, this is prevents that. This actually, if it's cocked back just a little bit. So if there's a malfunction, so if this isn't seated right or anything, it does not allow you to pull it. So that's really cool. I like that feature on this. This is a little safety lock. This is the firing pin. If you look at the firing pin, when you push this into place, it prevents the firing pin from being fired. So that's really nice. That's a really cool feature. It's kind of like those the trigger locks. With the two prongs, you push in. Stuff you usually see from High Point, the little trigger locks they come with. That's kind of pretty much what it is. There is no grip safety. This is just a dovetail to protect your hand. It's pretty nice. I love these things. These things are really nice. There's a few things I do have to go over. One, the ammo. Ammo with this thing, it likes 1,200 feet per second. It even tells you on the firearm on this side. To read your manual first. That's because these don't like anything lower than 1,200 feet per second. I tried Federal, the stuff you get from Walmart, the Federal match, the 40 grain stuff. Does not like this. Does not like that in this. It seems to have problems cycling. Sometimes it felt like there was inconsistencies, like it would cycle. I was like, oh, it's no wearing in. It's doing, but it wasn't because it needed worn in. It really didn't just like the Federal ammo. I know that because I switched from the Federal stuff to the Blazer, and it seemed to really enjoy the Blazer stuff. This thing even likes the Stinger rounds even more. I think it actually changed the complete feeling of this, and it made it a little more even enjoyable because I felt like that it cycled a little better. This thing is pretty nice, It cycles fine. The bolt holdup is instantaneous. The trigger pull is really nice. I do like the trigger pull on this. It's got some cutouts up here for your thumb, so your thumb doesn't slip off. So that's nice. The hammer is really nice on that. The sights I really like. I feel like they're a really nice, accurate sight. And I think it's a really smooth operating pistol. I really think that it's a really good firearm. I will also have to. I'm going to take this apart. I'm going to explain, but you cannot dry fire these. Give me 1 second to take this apart. So there are some changes because this is going from center fire to a rim fire. So there are some changes with it, so you do have to keep that in mind. So like this cap, you see this is completely long compared to a 1911 standard. So with this, you never want to dry fire these. And on this front of this barrel, you'll see a line or a mark on there. That's actually not supposed to be there. That's from dry firing it because I was having problems with the federal and cycling and stuff. And what it would do is it would just eject the casing but not load another round because it just wouldn't go far back or back far enough. And what you risk when that happens, you have to be very careful. You can break and shatter the pin, and then you won't have it firing. You'll have to buy a new pin for it. The one I seen, the guy, it broke the tip of the pin and it won't just fire anymore. So I think that's probably what's more likely it's going to happen. But it does not like being. You cannot dry fire these. Do not dry fire these ever. Also, in a 1911, usually these are hard to get out. It slides in and out. This one's very easy. This one slides in and out easy. That's because this uses spring pressure on this, and that just what keeps it in place. So they just mate. You cannot do this with them. If you do it by accident, this won't even, at least in my experience, didn't even like it at all. It wouldn't even let me pull the slide back or anything on that. So there is that. You do have to make sure that's in place correctly. Let me put this back together. But yeah, I mean, I really like this. Just make sure that this isn't seated, or is seated correctly. There isn't anything weird. What I did was put some grease on there to make it kind of sticky, and then I slide it in. And you'll hear it. Oh, got to put that in. Derp. You do that. You rattle it. Okay. So you rattle it, and it no longer rattles. That's how I know. That's how I know. It's just my method. I feel like that just works all the time for me. And now it works. So yeah, it's a really nice handgun. Nice pistol. I love it. It's my weekend pistol. I do recommend these things. If you want to train with them, if you want to, teach somebody how to shoot firearms, you want to, train in firearms, you want to learn. I suggest these. These are nice. Again, just be careful of the ammo. Use. I would suggest blazer ammo, and give that a try. And then try maybe the Stinger rounds. See what you like. These are very nice. I really do enjoy them. They're very smooth action, like a very, very smooth action, especially now that I've spent, 10,000. It is just incredibly smooth. I've never had any issues other than a pin stick, but I think that was because it was brand new, and usually around, I think it was somewhere around like maybe 100 rounds, and it just completely disappeared. It would happen here and there, but it seemed, because you would hear it would double fire, but after 100 rounds it disappeared and it did really good. So I think it's a fine firearm. I'd give them a shot if give them a chance. I really enjoy using this to target shoot, up at the range. So I think this will continue to be my my weekend pistol, to go shoot. It is cheaper because it is 22, so I don't know, recommend it, man. Thank you for watching.